Success is never an accident. It is the result of clear intention, disciplined focus, and a firm decision to rise above average thinking. Those who achieve extraordinary results do not rely on luck or raw talent alone. They succeed because they take their goals seriously and commit their minds fully to a definite purpose. If you want to escape distraction and step into the life you know you are capable of living, the first battle you must win is within your own mind. In the moments ahead, you will discover principles that sharpen your thinking, strip away the unnecessary, and align your thoughts with achievement. This path is not crowded. Most people turn back. But those who stay the course experience a transformation that reshapes their entire future. Life will test you. It will place obstacles in your way, push against your resolve, and demand a level of endurance that many are unwilling to develop. You will stumble. You will fail. You will face moments so discouraging that you may question whether success is even worth pursuing. But understand this clearly, setbacks are not your enemy. They are part of the process. The real difference is not what happens to you, but how you respond. History's greatest achievers failed more times than most people ever attempt. Their success was not born from comfort or handed to them easily. It was built through struggle, persistence, and an unbreakable determination to rise after every fall. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is one of its greatest teachers. Every mistake carries a lesson. Every setback offers insight. Yet too many people allow one failure to define them. They try once, meet resistance, and retreat. They convince themselves they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity, and in doing so, they settle for less than they deserve. Those who succeed think differently. When they fall, they ask better questions. What can I learn? What must I change? How can I improve? They do not complain or dwell in self-pity. They adapt, refine their approach, and move forward with stronger resolve. Failure is never final unless you decide it is. It is only a moment that presents a choice: remain down or rise again. The world always divides itself into two groups. Those who surrender at the first sign of difficulty, and those who stand back up every time, refusing to let defeat have the final word. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. He did not see failure as loss, but as progress. Henry Ford faced repeated business collapses before transforming transportation forever. His setbacks were not the end of his story. They were the foundation of his success. If you have been knocked down, remember this: you still have a choice. You can accept defeat, or you can rise and move forward. Success is not about never falling. It is about refusing to stay down. The road ahead will not always be easy. You will face doubt, criticism, and moments of uncertainty. But those who persist, who rise again and again, are the ones who ultimately claim the life they were meant to live. There will be moments when you question whether you are strong enough to continue. But understand this: within you exists a power far greater than any obstacle you will ever face. You were born with the capacity to rise. Life will test you, without question. The only thing that remains undecided is how you will respond. Will you answer with fear, or with courage? With hesitation, or with unwavering resolve? Each failure is not the end of your story. It is only a chapter. And chapters are meant to turn. Every time you rise after a fall, every time you face difficulty without surrender, you are forging the strength that will one day carry you to the highest levels of success. Achievement does not belong to those who never fall. It belongs to those who refuse to remain where they fell. Rise, and claim the life that is waiting for you. Now we come to the unshakable foundation. The greatest tragedy in life is not a lack of talent, nor the absence of opportunity. It is self-doubt, the silent thief that steals potential before it ever has the chance to breathe. More dreams have been buried by disbelief than by failure itself. Most people do not fail because they tried and fell short. They fail because they never tried at all. If you do not believe in yourself, the world will not believe in you either. Life reflects your level of certainty. It responds not to what you wish for, but to what you are convinced you deserve. The most successful individuals throughout history shared one defining trait: an unbreakable belief in themselves. They saw victory long before it appeared. Their faith in their vision was firm, their confidence in their path unmovable. It was not luck that elevated them, and it was not privilege. It was the refusal to allow doubt to dictate their destiny. Thomas Edison was told he lacked intelligence as a child. Had he accepted that belief, the world might still be in darkness. Henry Ford was ridiculed for pursuing the automobile. He had no formal education and no wealth to fall back on, only a vision and the belief that he could make it real. And he did. Self-belief is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. But belief is not something you are born with. It is something you develop. It must be trained, strengthened, and reinforced like a muscle. You must consciously replace doubt with certainty. You do this through repetition, through conditioning, through feeding your mind with thoughts of success until they become your natural way of thinking. You must visualize yourself as the person you intend to become. See it so clearly in your mind that it feels inevitable. Expect greatness from yourself, not as a possibility, but as a certainty. When belief becomes firm, action follows naturally. Not because of luck or magic, but because belief sharpens focus, fuels discipline, and gives you the strength to continue when others quit. Self-doubt, left unchecked, spreads like a disease. It weakens resolve and paralyzes action. But belief can grow just as powerfully. What you feed your mind determines who you become. Surround yourself with knowledge, with inspiration, with voices that strengthen your confidence instead of eroding it. Guard your mind carefully. Allow only influences that support your vision and reinforce your purpose. Every great achievement in history began as a belief. Every empire, every invention, every breakthrough was first built in the mind before it appeared in the world. If you wish to succeed, you must do the same. See it first. Believe it fully. Then act with relentless determination. You already possess everything you need. You do not lack ability. You do not lack opportunity. What you may be missing is the unwavering faith in yourself that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. But that faith can be built, strengthened, and reinforced every single day. Because belief fuels persistence, and persistence is the force that shapes reality itself. If there is even a trace of doubt in your mind, remove it. Replace uncertainty with conviction. Train yourself to expect success, and success will begin to move toward you. The moment belief becomes absolute, limitations lose their power. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, what once seemed impossible becomes achievable. Now we come to the power of decision. Every great achievement begins with a single, defining choice. A choice to change. A choice to rise. A choice to refuse a life of mediocrity. Look closely at every success story you admire. Every empire, every breakthrough, every life that left a lasting mark began with one moment when someone decided, enough is enough. Most people drift through life, carried by circumstances. They wait for signs, for permission, for perfect conditions. They postpone their dreams, believing that one day the timing will be right. But those who achieve greatness understand a simple truth. Destiny is shaped by decisions, not by luck, chance, or fate. The moment you make a firm and final decision to take control of your life, unseen forces begin to align in your favor. History is filled with individuals who stood in difficult circumstances yet held an unshakable vision within them. They did not wait for approval. They did not depend on favorable conditions. They made a decision that nothing, no obstacle, no setback, no doubt would pull them away from their purpose. They did not merely hope for success. They demanded it of themselves. And because of that demand, life eventually responded. The world does not respond to excuses. It does not listen to the reasons you give for delaying action or allowing time to slip away. What matters is the decision you make today. Eliminate the language of someday and maybe from your thinking. If you desire success, you must decide with such finality that there is no retreat, no hesitation, only forward movement. Every great leader, inventor, and builder of history shared this quality. They decided and then supported that decision with relentless action. Thinking alone is not enough. Hope alone changes nothing. Thought becomes power only when it is followed by decisive action. Those who merely wish remain dependent on those who decide. Decide today that you will no longer play small. Decide today that you will no longer accept limits placed on you by others or by your own fear. The only boundaries that exist are the ones you refuse to cross. Ask yourself honestly, what have you been postponing? What dreams have you placed on hold while waiting for the right time? The right time is an illusion. It keeps people locked in hesitation. The successful know there is only one moment that matters. Now. When you decide with clarity and certainty, the world begins to respond. Not to arrogance, but to commitment. Those who wait for permission never rise. Those who demand guarantees never lead. The person who succeeds is the one who refuses to retreat. When failure appears, they adjust, learn, and continue forward. Every obstacle becomes a test of desire. Every setback becomes proof of commitment. Most people will never decide at this level. They will admire success from a distance, wondering what might have been. Today is the moment you separate yourself from hesitation, doubt, and excuses. Make a real decision. Commit fully. Take control of your life with focus, discipline, and determination. No more waiting. No more excuses. The time is now. Now we turn to the next principle, clarity and purpose. Imagine setting out on a journey with no destination in mind. Where would you end up? Nowhere at all. Yet this is exactly how most people live their lives. They wake up, follow routines, react to circumstances, and drift from one day to the next without a clear direction. Then they wonder why nothing changes and why they feel stuck year after year. Successful people do not drift. They design their future with intention. Every great achiever in history had a clear and definite purpose. Their success was not accidental. It was chosen. It was planned. It was built through unwavering commitment to a specific vision. The world does not reward uncertainty, and it does not favor those who wander without direction. It responds to those who know exactly what they want and refuse to accept anything less. Think of a sculptor working on a masterpiece. He does not strike the stone randomly, hoping something beautiful will appear. Every movement is deliberate. Every cut has intention. He sees the finished statue in his mind long before it takes shape in reality. Life works the same way. If you want to shape your destiny, you must act with purpose. Clarity creates power, and a clear vision is the foundation of all lasting success. You must define what success truly means to you. Is it financial independence? Personal growth? Mastery of your skills? Freedom of time? Do not settle for vague wishes or general hopes. Be precise. The clearer your vision becomes, the stronger your motivation will grow. A person without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, pushed in every direction by the waves of circumstance. But a person with a clear goal directs their course and bends circumstances to their will. Today is the day to take ownership of your life by getting clear about what you truly want. Not what society expects. Not what others demand. What you desire. Many people spend their lives chasing goals that were never truly theirs. They work in jobs that drain them, stay in situations that weaken them, and climb ladders only to discover they were leaning against the wrong wall. If you do not define your own vision, the world will define one for you, and it will rarely serve your best interests. Begin by writing down exactly what you want from life. Do not censor yourself. Do not limit your imagination. Picture a world where money, time, and fear are not obstacles. What would you pursue? Who would you become? Writing your goals down is not a small exercise. It is a powerful act. An unwritten goal is nothing more than a wish. But a goal written clearly, reviewed often, and pursued daily becomes a force that shapes your reality. Once clarity is established, every decision must align with that vision. Before saying yes to anything, ask yourself, does this move me closer to my purpose or pull me away from it? Many people avoid committing to a clear goal because they fear failure. They worry about choosing the wrong path. But indecision is far more dangerous than a wrong decision. A wrong choice can be corrected. No choice at all leads only to stagnation. Life does not reward hesitation. Remember this truth. The universe responds to clarity. When your vision becomes sharp and specific, opportunities begin to appear. The right people enter your life. Doors open that once seemed invisible. But it all starts with knowing exactly where you are going. Success is never about luck. It is always about choice. And that choice begins with a vision so strong that it pulls you forward even when obstacles stand in the way. Define your purpose. Write it down. Commit to it fully. And watch as your life begins to align, step by step, with the future you were meant to create. Next comes the fifth principle, discipline and hard work and discipline are the true currencies of success. Not intelligence. Not luck. Not opportunity alone. Most people never reach greatness because they refuse to pay the price. And that price is not counted in money, fame, or recognition. It is paid in daily discipline, consistent effort, and personal sacrifice. There is no shortcut, no hidden formula, no easy road. Just as gravity never fails, this law never changes. Those who earn success are the ones who show up, day after day, and do the work when others do not. Look closely at the great achievers of history. The leaders, innovators, champions, and visionaries. None of them stumbled into success by accident. Each one endured long hours, repeated failures, and relentless challenges that most people would avoid. Their greatness was not given. It was earned. They chose discipline over comfort, effort over ease, and persistence over surrender. Think of the athlete who rises before sunrise while the rest of the world sleeps. While others choose comfort, he chooses training. He pushes his body beyond its limits, not for applause, but for mastery. His victories are not lucky breaks. They are the result of preparation, repetition, and discipline carried out in silence. The entrepreneur who builds an empire does not rely on chance. He faces rejection, failure, and uncertainty, yet continues refining his approach with intensity that would exhaust the uncommitted. The scholar who reaches mastery does not hope for knowledge. He earns it through years of focused study and relentless curiosity. Success is never about desire alone. It is about proof. And proof is found in action. Not in words. Not in dreams. If you are unwilling to sacrifice comfort, unwilling to discipline yourself, unwilling to push through discomfort, then you do not truly want success. You simply admire it from a distance. The door to success does not open to hope. It opens to those who carry the key of relentless effort. Every single day, life presents you with a choice. One path is easy. It asks nothing of you. It invites comfort, distraction, and delay. This road leads to stagnation, unrealized potential, and quiet regret. The other path demands discipline. It requires early mornings, focused effort, and saying no to short-term pleasure. It demands accountability when motivation fades. This path is difficult, but it is the only one that leads to growth, strength, and fulfillment. Understand this clearly. The price of success is not paid once. It is paid daily. You cannot work hard for a moment and expect a lifetime of reward. The greatest achievers committed themselves not for weeks or months, but for years. They understood that success is not a destination. It is a lifestyle. Mastery is not an event. It is a process. Here is the powerful truth. Discipline becomes easier the longer you practice it. At first, it feels heavy. It demands effort and willpower. But over time, discipline becomes habit. What once felt painful becomes natural. Hard work stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like purpose. Discipline transforms from restriction into freedom. Because when you master discipline, you master yourself. And the person who masters themselves controls their future. Many will agree with these words. Few will act. Because action requires courage. It requires breaking old patterns and demanding more from yourself than ever before. The question is simple. Will you be among the few who pay the price? Or among the many who only wish for success but never earn it? 1 year from now, you will stand somewhere. Either in the same place, filled with regret and untapped potential, or stronger, wiser, and closer to your dreams. That choice is made today. Now we arrive at the sixth principle. Control of thoughts and emotions. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your most dangerous enemy. It is the most powerful tool you possess. Every thought you hold, every belief you repeat, every idea you nurture shapes your reality. What you consistently think, you eventually become. This law is as real as gravity. The most successful individuals in history understood this truth. They did not allow fear, doubt, or negativity to control their actions. They guarded their minds like a fortress, allowing only thoughts that strengthened their vision. You must do the same. Decide now that fear, excuses, and self-doubt no longer belong in your mind. Every negative thought weakens your spirit. Every moment of self-doubt chips away at your potential. But the moment you take control of your thinking, you unlock power. When you choose thoughts of confidence, resilience, and possibility, you align your mind with success. History offers powerful proof. Henry Ford envisioned a world where automobiles were accessible to everyone. He was mocked, doubted, and dismissed. Yet he never doubted himself. His belief reshaped the world. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. Without mental discipline, he would have quit long before success arrived. His ability to reject discouragement and replace it with persistence made him legendary. Success is not reserved for those who wish for it. It belongs to those who train their minds to expect it. If you allow fear and hesitation to dominate your thinking, failure begins before action ever starts. But when you discipline your mind, when you reject weakness and embrace empowering thoughts, you become unstoppable. Guard your mind fiercely. The world is full of distractions and voices that will tell you what you cannot do. Do not let them inside. Your thoughts determine your direction. And when your mind is mastered, success is no longer a possibility. It becomes inevitable. They will tell you what cannot be done, and if you permit it, they will plant seeds of doubt in your mind. But understand this clearly. Your mind is sacred territory, and it must be guarded with vigilance. Feed it only with thoughts of power, with knowledge that strengthens you, with beliefs that lift you upward. Do not allow negativity to linger, for the thoughts you entertain become the conditions of your life. Take control of what you consume, the books you read, the voices you listen to, the influences you allow into your awareness, because these quietly shape your destiny. Surround yourself with wisdom, with success, with evidence that greatness is attainable. Eliminate doubt through decisive action, for fear thrives only in hesitation. The moment you act, doubt weakens. With each step forward, confidence grows. Train your mind daily, just as you would train the body, through repetition, discipline, and conscious direction of thought. Speak success into existence. Affirm strength, courage, and certainty until they become part of your character. When you master your thoughts, you master your destiny. There are no limitations except those you accept, no failures except those you surrender to. The choice is always yours. Decide today to take full ownership of your mind. Think in terms of victory, growth, and unwavering belief. In doing so, you awaken a power within you greater than any force outside of you. That is the secret. That is the key. Master your mind, and you master your future.